All right, we are live. Let's go. Get to the doctor. A little bit behind schedule. All right. And you go straight down 30 to 71. I know what driveway to go in. Well, left leg's looking a lot better, but the right leg is an issue now. It's one area on my right leg that just wants to bulge out for some odd reason. So on my Mixler account, I have 99,904 total listens. If you want to be part of that first 100 count, 100,000 count, you better get in there today. We're going to blow that one open. Then you got to wait until next 100,000 count, which I think that will probably be filled up a little bit faster even. What the heck is that noise? I don't have to go down 4 so you can keep your gravelly road. Oh, okay, it's on too. All right, that's now we got you. Now I did call Bobby a few minutes ago. Told him I was going live. Well, he didn't answer the phone, but anyway, I called him. Let him know I was going to go live. So you should be popping in your old boy. There you go, 60. All right, so it looks like my car payment got paid. So I have 71 months to go. That seems like forever. I don't know about you. That does seem like forever. All right, we got it. Car temp outside is 81 degrees, a little bit less than it was yesterday and the day before. I got my recorder, brand new batteries, going in the kitchen on top of my Emerald Lagasse oven. So it's sitting right there where it can get all the sounds and see how it works out. Now you'll hear the normal fridge, refrigerator sound, things like that. Anything outside of the normal sound, you'll know what's normal and what's not. Anything outside of the normal sound, then we'll know something's up. Which I already know something's up. But anyway, just to prove it to anybody else that wants to know. And this would be awesome if I got a voice on there. Man, that'd be incredible. All right, now, that'd be really weird if it picked up my recording here. Caught the airwaves of this thing. Considering my data connection isn't all that available at the moment. I'm going to complain about that because I'm paying for unlimited data. That means I should not be running out of data. I should not be lowering my service connection because I'm near my quota for the data. That's bullshit. Uh oh. Why wouldn't they do two on the first one and then three, or three on the first one and four on the second one? I don't know. I'm gonna go quickly though. Hopefully they're further down. Oh shit! He's turning left. Looks like. I hope. Yeah, there he goes. He turned left. Good deal. I'm going 60. Wow. Was ever supposed to get some storms along the state border? Man, I like my soda I got here. No problem. Well, oh well. So I'm working on an idea for Maureen and Anthony. I'm going to run it by them first when I get it created. See if I can find the right one. And if I know how to, if I can learn how to do it correctly. Uh, yeah. For their Thursday night show, I think it'd be fun to create something. I had an idea when I saw a template. Boom. Stay in your lane, car. Well, I'm trying to stay away from that big truck. Don't push me back over there. Any sensors on this thing, they're pretty sensitive. You go a little bit over and get near that white line, and then whoa, it pushes back. Oh yeah, good stuff. All right, well we'll get some lunch at McDonald's then maybe, or we'll come back and see if they have burgers at the bar. But I hate to lose out lunch. They don't have burgers at the bar. I don't know. I already have McDonald's, so after I get done with the doctor, I might go there. Get there on time, I think, as long as I don't get transported anywhere. Uh, so remember the Far Side of the Sun, that movie back in the late '60s. I saw it when it was brand new. I think it was late 19, about '67 or '68, where the astronaut went out into space and then he came back to Earth, or at least he thought it was Earth. But the strangest thing was, and no spoiler, hey Venus, how you doing? No spoiler alerts unless you're gonna watch the movie and you're gonna be disappointed that I gave a secret away. Then anyway, um, but no, this guy landed on Earth, or he thought it was Earth, but then everything was in reverse. So on the other side of the sun, the other Earth, which we never see, everything was reversed. And I believe it's called the other side of the sun. Look that up. Let me know. I don't know where my co-host is. He's I don't think he'd be sleeping at 12 o'clock. But anyway, he figured it out. Then he had to switch places back and got back onto the right earth, I think was the ending. But the other guy had the same problem, switched places. See, now that's what I'm kind of talking about right there. All right. If you're awake and aware of something happening, it's interdimensional transference. That's a good term there. All right, so that means that you change places with your identical double on the parallel planet Earth, wherever that is. Okay? Then what would happen is you would be like in the middle of a sentence, you'd forget what you're saying. On your other self, on the other identical self on the other planet, you're gonna be doing the same thing, trying to figure out what you were talking about. And then eventually, now I'm not sure who has control of all this, but the thing of it is, it's happening. And most people don't believe it. It's happening. Where do you think you go at night when you go to sleep at night? Oh, you go to sleep in your dream. Not, oh, you might dream, but more than likely, you actually end up traveling to another place. I'm not going to scoot over. I'm going 60 miles an hour. You can't wait behind. You better get around me now. Better go now. You better need the hospital real fast because you're going too fast. Or that Jeep that loves to tip over if you turn it just the right way. So anyway, back to my story. I've witnessed people in the middle of a sentence, I've done it myself, where you're talking and you completely forget something. Whether it be hey Bobby, how you doing? Whether it's a name you forget, part of a story that you forget, or whatever. And then yeah, we gotta change that backdrop for or even gotta change it for tonight. Um anyway, so now what happens is this. We find ourselves in the middle of this situation where we're trying to remember where we were. All right. And then we get, oh, what happened? I hear myself.
I'm here, Ron.
Yeah, now I hear myself. All right. Talk about disorder. I'm hearing myself.
Now, what's the thing about parallel planets?
Well, see, Bobby, have you ever had in the last week, just in the last 5 days, you don't have to count today, let's say from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, did you have any moment in those days that you forgot something? It could be anything. It could be you forgot where you put your key. It could be where you forgot something, where you put anything. It doesn't matter what it is. But just then, have you had that moment where you forgot something, or you're in the middle of a story and you're trying to remember part of part of the story? I was really bad at telling. I don't tell too many jokes very often because I always end up forgetting.
I did forget that lots of times when you forget so easy. You forget one thing and that's it. You just screw it
Yeah,
up.
but like you might be talking about a story to somebody, either online or in person. You're talking to them and you're going right along just fine, and then all of a sudden you completely forgot what the subject was about, and then you got to cover it up with another topic or something like that. Then it comes back to you, and then you go back to your original topic. Now this is when you're awake. All right. So the idea here, in my thinking, is that that's the moment that we swap places with our alternate self and the other planet on the parallel planet. Now I know the Bible wouldn't approve of this. I know that you know Christianity wouldn't give room for this, but just as a curiosity, uh, exploring idea, if you will.
Mm.
Maybe that's not the right terminology, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get you.
So, I mean, what? Why else do we forget what we're talking about when we're right on the subject? We're talking about it. Why would we forget about it? What distracts us that makes us forget about it? We sometimes we refer to that as, well, that person's scatterbrained. You can't remember a damn thing, right? Scatterbrained. You remember that term?
Mm.
All right.
Okay.
And that's another thing with forgetting when you're right in the middle of the story. What about when you can't remember real history that you learned? All right, history that you were taught back in grade school, and it's like I don't remember that, right? So
Right.
I've had that happen as well, and that's just kind of weird to be honest with you, because this is a thing that really happens and nobody's even talking about it, which I think we'll hear more people talking about it sometimes. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, it'd be interesting to find out if we can prove any of this, and that would explain a lot of problems with things not making sense or things
Hmm.
not being clear. So,
Yep, that's a possibility.
but I think as long as we know who our Savior is, we'll be all right. Right? You see how I threw that in there?
Yeah, that's
Threw that in
possible.
there under the door. Now you can't get out of the room. Uh, but yeah, so sometimes when I'll be like when I'll be talking about Bible stories, and I know the Bible story, but for some reason I'll have the names and places even mixed up, but I'll have the story right.
Hmm. Hmm.
I remember one time I was talking to my pastor at my coffee shop church. I was explaining to him about one of the stories I really really do love, the story. But as I was trying to explain to him what the story was about, he said, "No, you got the wrong person. You got the wrong people in the story." We both laughed about that one, and he explained it.
Hmm. Yep.
But yeah, so something like that, though, something I should know. Why would I all of a sudden forget it? That's the main question right there.
Yep. Yep. I.
Uh,
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned about parallel universes. We get to our alternative minds, and then we forget about that alternative mind.
yeah,
Like that mind goes blank.
yeah, and it's something that we've been taught about in the beginning, but we don't realize it is happening or that it's even real until we get something that sparks our memory. Then it's like, oh, wait a minute.
Hmm. Oh yeah.
So
You gotta go to the doctor today, or what's
yeah,
that?
that's what I'm doing now.
Okay. You didn't tell
Yeah,
me
I
that.
have a. Yeah, I said that. I said that before.
Okay, I just.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
No, they have to check on my left leg, the one that was the open wound. I'm gonna make sure that's right, and then we're
Okay.
gonna. It should be the last time I see them for this one. Then I get problem on my right leg. I gotta try to investigate and see if we can get that fixed as
Mhm.
well. It's not open, but it's causing a swelling on the lower part of the leg for some reason.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. So, but anyway, yeah. So just think about that parallel. Look it up. I want you to look up a term too, Bobby. And I thought of this term before I saw it in real, and that's what
Mhm.
who was it? Uh, was it Charles that was making fun of me? I had made a statement of trans transdimensional travel. Now, it doesn't mean anything to do with sexual preference, all right?
Yeah.
Trans-dimensional travel has to do with sleeping, all right? So just
Okay.
like what I was telling you before, when you go to sleep at night, I believe everyone travels when you go to sleep, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Dreams are not dreams, they're actual occurrences that happen that you remember. Sometimes you remember them when you wake up, sometimes you don't. But in any case, transdimensional travel, when you sleep, you go places. Sometimes you remember them, sometimes you don't. Okay? Kind
Mm-hmm.
of like
Yeah.
sometimes you're a nut, sometimes you're, the candy
Right.
bar. Sometimes you're a nut, sometimes you're not. Anyway, something like that. But anyway, what I'm getting at here is this: you travel when you sleep. That's why it's so important. If you want to learn where you're going, write down your dreams. So many people have said, keep a journal, right? You've heard people talk about that. I don't care if you
Yep.
sleep 4 hours or 8 hours or 6 hours or whatever it is that you sleep, you're going to dream. In most cases, you're going to dream. Write that dream down. Then, if there's any way to research where it was at, you can possibly know where you go, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
that would prove my point that we travel when we sleep. Okay.
Yeah.
So the term, when I looked it up on Google, bam, there's a Facebook page called Transdimensional Travel. And again, it doesn't mean anything to do with sexual preference terms. What it has to do with is traveling in your sleep. All
Mm-hmm.
right.
All right.
But look that term up and you tell me what you find if you find anything different. Just keep in mind when you're looking that up that you want to reference the search in your mind. You want to refer to sleeping and dreaming and traveling. Nothing to do with sexual terminology. Okay?
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to put anyone down. I'm not trying to make fun of anyone's choice. I'm just saying this has to do with science terminology of traveling in your sleep. That's what this is about. All
Mm-hmm.
right.
All
So
right.
check that out. Look it up. Transdimensional. DIMEN. I always get that spelled wrong. You guys will have to help me on that one. Travel. Transdimensional travel. Well,
All
look
right.
that up and
All
do a
right.
Google search on it. I gotta go to my appointment though. I will see everybody on the way home. I'll probably get some McDonald's and then head home after. All
All
right.
right.
All right. Thanks, Venus, for stopping by. I'm glad she knows what time it is because she has that nice clock that I sent her. So now she knows what time it is every time. All right. We'll talk to everybody on the next one.
All
Bye for
right.
now.
Later.